today for a road trip, huh?
I love road trips. This is awesome. It just looks amazing.
It's great out here.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on.
Hi.
Didn't see you there.
I am so glad that you're able to join us this morning, and we're going to get ready to do a little worship. I hope you're as excited as we are about singing this morning. Here we go. Woo!
It says to me, it tells me that I'm never ever alone. I'm learning how Jesus came down to us and gave his best. Without a doubt, the best friend you'll ever know. Our God knows exactly what I need, so I remember this. Let's go! When you ask, he cares. When you see, he's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. When you ask, he cares. When you see, he's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. Oh, oh. I'm reading my B-I-B-L-E, and this is what it says to me. It tells me that I'm never ever alone. I'm learning how Jesus came down to us and gave his best. Without a doubt, the best friend you'll ever know. Our God knows exactly what I need, so I remember this. Let's go! When you ask, he cares. When you see, he's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. When you ask, he cares. When you see, he's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. Oh, whoa. When you ask, he cares. When you seek, he's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. When you ask, He cares. When you seek, He's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. God knows exactly what I need, so I remember this. Let's go. When you ask, He cares. When you seek, He's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. When you ask, He cares. When you seek, He's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door.
Well, while we're on this journey, we are going to take a moment and do traditions time. So get ready. This is our last week with this verse. Here we go. So go and make followers of all people in the world. Baptize them in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. Teach them to obey everything that I have taught you, and I will be with you always, even until the end of the age. Matthew 28, 19, and 20. All right, guys, if you want to make a video, send that to me. Feel free to do that. And get ready as we go into story time.
All right, everyone. So, yeah, we're just going on a road trip around the church. And we brought quite a bit of adventure gear, you know? You can't just go on a trip without, you know, your equipment.
Oh, definitely. You got to properly pack. Make sure you've got water.
Oh, that's a big one. I forgot my water. Can we go pick it up?
Yeah, let's go get it right now. But while we're getting your water, what about your hat? Keep the sun out of your face,
Oh, that's important.
That is important.
Kind of nice to have this thing as well.
Absolutely. You want to make sure your vehicle's all gassed up.
Would you mind grabbing my water for me, Miss Lauren?
Sure.
You're just going to want to swing right by.
Whoa. This is a lot of water.
Oh, well, you can never have enough. Oh,
Jeepers.
It's actually
all I
not.
have is this.
She didn't bring enough.
Wow. I hope you're planning on sharing.
No. You want to see some of the gear I brought?
Sure, I would love to see it.
Do you have some as well?
Well, I do have some gear, but my favorite part is this backpack. Makes me look like I'm a big adventurer right now with this leather backpack, right?
I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. There's the brake. All right, so when you go on a road trip, you can't just go off, willy-nilly. You gotta have your water, right? And then now another priority besides more water, you gotta always have some lights.
He's definitely sharing with me.
Look at that thing. Now, it's gonna get dark out. Right now it's the evening, so you gotta make sure to have some lights.
Absolutely.
Especially if we're going camping. And then, most important to me, music.
Music.
We can put that right there.
Yeah.
Gonna play some Phil Wickham. And finally, in case we get lost, compass. Got, this is like a doctor's pack, Band-Aids and stuff, and matches.
You know what? I knew I was traveling with the right person.
Say, hey, when you're traveling with Ranger Caden, you'll never get lost.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Well, what'd you get?
Well, let's see here. I have my glasses.
Okay, so you can see.
Yeah, so I can see. I've got my notebook for journaling, drawing, documenting.
Okay.
Yeah, and let's see. What else do I have? I have, I've got a whole little kit here. Scissors, fingernail files.
Oh yeah, my fingernails are getting real long right now.
In case we're gone for a really long time. And I've got my earbuds to listen to music.
What if I want to listen to music with you?
Well, then we'll have to put it on the speaker.
All right, sounds good.
Okay,
Hey, why don't we go over to the waterfall? Actually, no, we'll just talk about it right here.
Okay.
So, now, the reason I brought you on this road trip is kind of as an example. See, normally, when you go on a road trip, it's important to know where you've come from, right?
Absolutely.
And it's also important to know where you're going, of course.
Yes.
Right? But sometimes we got to use our rear view mirrors. You see these?
I do see
This
them.
allows us to look back and see the things all behind us, right?
Right.
And in our lives, it's pretty important to look back and see how God has moved and changed us in our lives, right?
Absolutely.
If I look back 5 years ago, imagine me as a 14-year-old Caden, just moving into high school.
Yep.
You know, I was a skinny little shrimp and kind of scared, and and I didn't really know how God was going to use me.
Yeah.
But now I can see. I get to work at church. I've made a ton of friends through college and high school. All the people at youth group.
Yeah. And you know who that reminds me of? Timothy.
Why? Oh, Timothy.
Yeah,
Well,
Timothy.
He was just that young dude way back then.
Right.
Who started a church, right?
Yes, but he was very young, but an incredible follower of Christ, and ended up leading a whole group of people and making an amazing church.
Wasn't he only 19 or something?
I think so. I think he was around your age.
He couldn't have been much older than me, huh?
Yeah. So you know what? I am so excited to see the drawing that you're going to do.
Thank you.
And to hear a little bit more about Timothy. So I suggest you guys get comfortable and get ready for a great story.
Here we go.
Today's unlikely hero is Timothy. Timothy lived in a place called Lystra with his grandmother Lois and his mother Eunice, who taught him all about God. Timothy loved to spend time with God, and he knew that someday God was going to send a Savior to rescue his people from sin. Timothy lived far away from the place where Jesus was when he came to earth. So when the Apostle Paul came to Lystra, where Timothy lived, he finally heard all about Jesus. This made Timothy so happy. Timothy wanted to know more about how to follow Jesus, how to know God better, and how to tell his friends about Jesus. Timothy followed Paul everywhere as they shared the gospel. They went to Greece, Corinth, Jerusalem, and many other places. Timothy was faithful as he followed Paul and helped him. Timothy wanted to learn all about the best ways to tell people about Jesus and how to grow God's kingdom. Timothy learned so much he started telling other people the things that he learned. Some people thought he was too young to be teaching such things. Paul wrote to Timothy saying, "Don't let anyone look down on you because you are young. Set an example for the believers in what you say and how you live. Also, set an example in how you love and in what you believe. Show the believers how to be pure." So Timothy remained faithful to his ministry and kept preaching, teaching, and sharing the gospel. Timothy remained faithful even when things got tough. You see, there were some people doing some not very nice things, so Timothy worked hard to show them how to live like Jesus. After a while, Timothy and Paul couldn't be together all the time, so Paul wrote letters to him. Sometimes Timothy felt afraid to tell people about God because he thought that no one would listen to him. Paul wrote to Timothy and told him he didn't have to be scared of anything because God was with him. When Paul grew very, very old, Timothy remained faithful to his mentor and friend, and most importantly, Timothy remained faithful to what God had called him to do. He kept sharing the gospel and building the church. Timothy was an unlikely hero, an ordinary guy who God used to do extraordinary things. Heroes are faithful.
Woo! Woo! We made it!
We're done.
Man, that was a wild ride.
It was. My back hurts a little bit.
Yeah.
How about we get out and take a rest?
Yeah, let's go ahead and stretch our legs out. That was an incredible story about Timothy. And while he's taking a drink, it reminds me of a verse in Matthew 11, where it basically is saying that God's load is light and that he can strengthen us, right?
Yep.
So I thought it'd be kind of fun for you to do a little strength challenge and see how you do on your own.
Well, I'm pretty strong.
I
what can
know.
say?
I mean, that's full of water. It's
a little
pretty
heavy.
Yeah. So my challenge to you is, while I do the points, you have to hold out the bucket just right here and see how long you can do it for. Are you ready?
Okay. This is kind of tough.
Yeah?
Is there more than 1 point?
There is more than 1 point.
Okay.
Do you need help?
No, I'm fine.
You're fine?
Maybe you should
Okay.
get started though.
Okay, all right. So point number 1, Timothy was a faithful hero. See, he was learning from Paul, and he continued to work harder and harder, and the more that he learned, the more he poured into other people. And so he was faithful to what God had asked him to do and all of the things that Paul had taught him. How you doing?
I'm doing fine, doing fine.
Are you sure you don't need any help?
I'm good.
Okay. Point number 2. God trusts those that are faithful. So when you display what you're doing that God has asked you to do, he gives you a little bit, and then he gives you more, and he gives you more. How are you doing?
I'm not doing too good.
Okay, how about if I help you like this?
Much better.
Much better, yeah. See, the important thing here is with our faithfulness and the loads that God asks us to carry, right? He also strengthens us. You're not alone. You don't have to
That's a
do
good
it
feeling.
all on your own. You
Thank
can
you.
have help, just like I'm helping Caden here.
Thanks, Miss Lori.
God is here to help us when we are faithful to do what he has asked us to do. So, I hope you've enjoyed today worshiping and learning, and
We'll see you guys next week.
can't wait to see you then.
Bye.